out now.
Can you hear us now?
Oh, I don't know what I just hit. Okay. I think we should be good now. Can you
hear us now?
Let us know. I know there's like a delay now, so hopefully they can hear us now.
Okay, they can hear us. Okay,
so beautiful.
Everything that we said before you told us you couldn't hear us.
We gave away all of our secrets. No,
turn that down.
I'm turning it down. Turn it down. It's down.
Yeah, so sorry we're late. We had a good idea right before we were supposed to go on, so we had to prep for that. And it took basically up until it was time to get on, and then Matt had to upload everything, and we had to set up everything because we had nothing set up because we tore it all apart.
True story.
To move it to the living room to do the drawing thing the other day. Anyways, we made it.
And now it's almost time to start the podcast.
Yeah, so
less than a minute.
In a minute, we're going to start the podcast, and we're going to...
You know, I realize this, since this is like a delay, it looks like we're starting it later than it actually is.
Oh, that's true.
Never thought about that.
But not like a lot later.
No.
Like seconds.
Yeah, that's true. It's just seconds.
So, yeah. We're going to start the podcast, and we're going to do all the stuff and talk about the things.
Don't forget to smash that thumbs up.
Hit the subscribe. And... am I missing something? Oh, the bell. That thing too.
Bing.
Yeah. There will be some possible interaction in this one. So be ready.
More than possible. We have questions.
We do.
Fun questions.
All right, Matt, it is time. Also, hello, Mallory.
Hey, Andrew.
To see the dolphin today. Yes, the dolphin was really cool.
Right?
Also, I kept this background up just so that people, we could promote it.
Sure. Promote it.
Also, I forgot to change it. But that's cool. Yes, Tony, you should stick around. Here we go. Are you ready, Matt?
There'll be a trivia quiz. Yeah, yes. I'm ready.
Come with me. We're going on a fantastic cruise. Pick your destination with news, tips, and reviews. But here is an item you might not have thought of. All of the things under the water. Nature surrounds us with elegant features. You can't go on a cruise and not see the creatures. So let's make some magic. Let's get ecstatic. Instantly classic. Maybe romantic. The wildlife around you. Cinematic on your fantastic cruise.
Bon Beanie, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Fintastic Cruising. I am Matt.
And I'm Kimbra.
And hey, we got a fun episode for you guys today, tonight, whenever you are listening. We are recording this live on YouTube Friday night on the date of July 29th, 30th. July 30th, Friday,
July 30th, 2021.
Yes.
Friday night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So look, to get started, we just want to remind everybody that if you are watching now or later on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends. If you're listening to this podcast, make sure to try and leave us a review, especially if you're using Apple Podcast, and any feedback is awesome. Also, don't forget to go over to the Fintastic Cruising community over on Facebook and join up. You just have to answer a couple simple questions, and then you too can be a part of this wonderful community of amazing people that can answer questions and just have lots of fun.
Yes, what you said.
Yeah. So a little bit of news to start the episode off with. Today, that being the Friday, July 30th day, is a very exciting day because there's this ship. Maybe you've heard of it. It's called
it's the Mardi Gras, man.
Oh, Mardi Gras. And it is over in Cape Canaveral, and it's not sailing yet. Its inaugural sailing starts tomorrow.
That would be July 31st, Saturday.
Yes. But today they let a bunch of people on board besides the people that work on the ship. And a lot of those people are people we know. Like a lot of vlogger people have been on there, and they have been live streaming. And even this whole week, John Heald has been putting videos up on Facebook. So there's been a flood of information about the Carnival Mardi Gras. It's super exciting. This ship was supposed to sail like 10 years ago for the first time.
I have to interrupt real quick.
Yes.
Sorry. Tomorrow is also Harry Potter's birthday. Tony just said that. I'm sorry. That is also a very important day. I agree.
Hey, look.
It's also J.K. Rowling's birthday, but she's
Oh,
not as important as Harry Potter.
no coincidence there.
Yeah, no coincidence.
It is the 7th month. Isn't that a significant thing?
7 is definitely a thing in Harry Potter.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of Tony, since you brought him up, he's a friend of ours and a listener, and he just started a podcast. If you are interested in a really fun, interesting podcast all about Harry Potter, check it out.
Yes, it's called Common Room Talk.
Yeah. And he's only got, I think, 1 episode out so far, but I know he's working on episode 2. He's a fun, engaging guy, and it's a fun, interesting podcast. So definitely go over there, check it out, give him some star reviews. And yeah. So, okay. So that's our news. Definitely, like I said, lots of fun stuff about the Mardi Gras. But today we had some fun because at lunch, what we like to do is we like to go walking through downtown, and there's some water we walk by. What is that canal channel called? That's not Sparkman Channel, is it? Anyway,
I don't know. It's
right in downtown Tampa. It's a body of water.
The river walk is like the opposite side of what we walk on, but I don't know what the water itself is called.
Well, there's basically this line of boats that are docked, and then there's like maybe 12 feet of water between the boats and the pathway that we walk. And on a good day, which is most days, although lately after the hurricane and the red tide, it was a little murky. And after the 4th of July and the lightning parade, it was a lot of trash, but it's starting to clear up again. It usually, you can see in there's lots of fish and stuff you can see. But
crabs.
Today we had a special, fun, exciting experience. Well, first of all, let me tell you, so we were out walking, right? We were doing our lunch walk. We just bought a brand new Osmo 4 gimbal, right? So we've got that, and we're just playing with it, practicing. Did that, got it out of the way, put it away. We're just walking, getting our steps in, staying healthy, all that kind of thing. And all of a sudden, here comes a dolphin swimming in between the dock and the wall. Like, this is probably 6 feet of water at the deepest.
Yeah.
And just like I said, like maybe 12, 15 feet or something between. It just, and so we, take off with the camera to film it. It's a good reason to join Fintastic Cruising Community. If you haven't already, you can see that footage. But it was just very ironic because I literally had the gimbal like leashed to my wrist.
It's like hanging as the phone was in his hand.
But when the dolphin starts swimming, you don't have time to like start messing with it. It does have the nice magnet thing. But so I just started filming, right? And now I'm like almost running, chasing this dolphin.
Like this dolphin was so close, we could have jumped in the water and like grabbed onto its fin.
But it was moving pretty fast.
We didn't do that.
We were no. We were trotting, I would say.
Yeah.
It was a trot.
It was a good trot.
It wasn't a run, but it was maybe more than a jog. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sitting there like, sorry about this footage. I've got a gimbal attached to my wrist doing absolutely nothing. And then we went to try and hook the gimbal up. And of course, the dolphin just disappeared, probably went into the middle of the channel. But it turns out the footage wasn't that shaky, which makes me question whether we should have purchased the gimbal.
So we should change your name from Matt to Gimbal.
Gimbal. It sounds like a dwarf name.
It does.
Yeah. Gimbal.
Gimbal.
Oh, hey, I'm making a dwarf for our D&D campaign.
Oh, Gimbal would be a cute name.
Maybe he can be Gimbal, and he'll be very sturdy on his feet.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah, there you go. Look at that.
I'm so excited.
We can multitask on our podcast. So yeah, so that was interesting. That was exciting and fun.
Yeah. What other news do we have?
I don't know. We blew all that big news last week.
Matt, we haven't gotten any new emails in a while.
We haven't gotten any emails in a while. FintasticCruising@gmail.com. Send us some emails, questions, comments, stories, grocery lists. I don't care. Just send us something, man.
Yeah.
We'll probably read it on the air.
Oh, also, we booked a cruise.
We did book a cruise. Well, they know that. We booked like...
Oh, right.
We booked the Pride, the group cruise, February of 2023.
Yes.
And we've got of course, we've got the Horizon on the horizon. That was in September.
Yes.
We booked
we booked the Freedom of the Seas.
Freedom of the Seas. That one's in
October.
October. And then in November,
We've got the Scarlet Lady.
Scarlet Lady.
And in 15 days, we have the Mardi Gras.
What?
Yeah.
We booked the Mardi Gras in 15 days?
The Mardi Gras.
We're going on the Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
How about that? Out of the blue, right? We had an option to go on this cruise, and Kimbra went bravely to talk to her boss, and she was like, "Yeah, it's a slow time. Go for it." So we are going on the Mardi Gras
in 15 days.
In 15 days, which if you're listening in the future is actually August 14th. It's on the Mardi Gras. Do I need to say more? It's basically an Eastern Caribbean cruise. It's a 7-night cruise. That's exciting because, 2 of those other cruises are a 3 and a 5-night. So I was kind of like, we got,
right.
So this is another 7-night cruise. It's going to start off with 2 sea days. Then it's going to Puerto Rico. Then it's going to Dominican Republic, Amber Cove. And then it's going to another sea day.
Yep.
And then it's going to Nassau. And then it's coming back to Canaveral.
Yes.
How exciting is that? We're going on the Mardi Gras.
I'm so excited. And of course, because we weren't expecting a cruise for like another month, we were like, oh, we have no clothes to wear because we've been losing all of this weight and we haven't bought clothes because we're not at our final weight yet. So yesterday we went like shopping and got some clothes.
I got some shorts.
You got some shorts. I got some shorts. I don't wear shorts like ever. And I bought some shorts.
Yeah. But speaking of losing weight, so I'm hoping this is going to work out because now the Carnival Mardi Gras, the cruise director, what's his name? Is it Mike something?
Our cruise director?
No. The one that's normally going to be on there.
Oh,
somebody is in the.
Is it Mike?
Mike.
I was going to say
Peck. Somebody in the chat, if you know the cruise director on the Mardi Gras, put it there. But his wife's having a baby.
Right.
So instead of him, we are getting
the Flying Scotsman.
We are getting the Flying Scotsman, and I've got my kilt on. Look at that. Now, if you're not familiar with the Flying Scotsman, the man wears a kilt and does concerts. So I am super stoked. I'm going to try and wear this kilt on the cruise.
Okay.
But I'm worried because I bought this kilt at the beginning of the pandemic and I weighed about 30 pounds more.
Is it too big now?
I've got it on the tightest setting.
Oh.
And if I lose, well, it'll be okay because it's just in a week or 2 weeks.
Right.
I should be okay. I may have to eat a little bit extra just to make sure I can fit into my kilt.
I mean, you can probably do that on the cruise. I just want to really quickly, we got a question if we're on Shipmate.
Yeah.
We are on Shipmate.
Yes.
I'm on
Both
there under Kimbrinos, Kimbrenos, because I'm addicted to my dog. And Matt is on there as Fintastic Cruise. Cruising didn't fit, so it's just Fintastic Cruise.
Just the one. It's singular. Fintastic Cruise.
Yeah. So you can find us on Shipmate.
Yeah, hit us up, send us a friend request. We did put it on there like right away. We were trying to keep this a secret because we booked it Wednesday?
Wednesday.
We were trying to keep it a secret until tonight, but there were 2 ways you could have found out that we booked this cruise. Well, 3 ways really. One was with Shipmate. If you were friends with other Shipmate and happened to be snooping at our cruises, you would have seen it pop up. 2, if you'd have to be in Adam's group.
Right.
He did a poll about who's going on the Mardi Gras, and I forgot that I shouldn't answer that, and I did, but that's okay. And then 3, you could be like my mom, your mom,
or anybody that we work with.
Yeah, people we work with, and that's about it, really. I mean, we told a couple people, but that's it. But anyway, I forgot why I even said that. Why did I even say that?
Shipmate. We were talking about
Shipmate. Yes, but Shipmate is one of those ways that you could have got the, the skinny on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are so excited about that. Now, next week, we are scheduled to have Nurse Nancy on.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to happen. But the week after that will be the Friday before we leave the next morning to get on the ship. So we'll probably cover that cruise in a little more detail in that episode, I would assume. In between then and now, we are going to take a page from our friends Dave and Brandy, and we are going to try and do a short every day starting tomorrow about the Carnival Mardi Gras. So we're going to be doing shorts. We haven't done any shorts. Is that my microphone clicking at me, or is that my ice?
I think that was your ice.
Oh, okay. My ice is snap, crackle, popping. Anyway, we haven't done shorts yet, but we're going to try and do some shorts. And these shorts are probably, most of them, or if not all of them, are going to have a question in them. So watch the shorts and give us your input, your feedback. Spill your beans, as they say. I don't know who says that. Spill your beans.
I don't. That's like a game, isn't it? Like a kid's game, like a Hasbro game.
I think so. It might be.
Spill the beans.
That could be a thing.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Anyway, yeah. So on to the main topic.
Yeah.
Which is groups.
Group cruises.
Talking about group cruises, since we decided to have one, we thought it was only appropriate that we talk a little bit about what that means, and hopefully encourage some people to go and join us on it. So that's what we're going to do.
So to be more specific, our group cruise is February 19th.
2000.
Yes, move your head.
What? Oh,
there you go.
I see.
2023 on the Carnival Pride. You can come back.
Can I come back? Okay.
Yeah.
It's leaving out of Tampa, and it's going to have a sea day, and then it's going to I'm turning around to look at the sign on the green screen.
Oh,
now.
It's going to
Grand Cayman,
Roatan,
Belize,
and Cozumel.
Yes, all great ports. 3 of them are exceptionally great ports. One of them's all right.
Yeah.
But
there's stuff to do in all of them.
There is, and there's a lot of fun stuff to do. So first of all, we want to talk about what is a group cruise, because what I've found is that group cruise means different things to different people. And although there are some characteristics that kind of go across the board on everybody's definition of a group cruise, like it's got to be a group of people cruising, that's kind of where some of it ends. There's a few more similarities. So what are some different ways that people define a group cruise?
A group of people that just want a good deal on a cruise,
which is a great thing. Like if you go through a travel agent, like us here,
fintastictravel@gmail.com,
you might be able to get into a just regular standard group cruise, which gives you a lot of times really good rates. It gives you sometimes lots of extra perks. You might get a cocktail hour. You might get extra onboard credit. You might get gifts in your stateroom. There's a lot of things that can happen, especially the bigger the groups get, the more perks that you get.
Yeah.
So that can be awesome. So that is one definition of a group cruise, and a great way to get a good deal on a cruise. What's another definition of a group cruise?
Like a group of people that have something in common, like Fintastic cruising.
Like our group cruise.
Or
this
or
ice
like
is freaking me out. It's snapping at me. Okay.
Or like a wedding.
A wedding would be a good example of a group cruise.
Or people that really like cats.
Yeah. Yeah, because we were almost part of that group just because we were on the saving money end of it, but
we
they were going to wear
part
ears.
of that group.
They were just on
the same cruise.
Yes. What was that group called?
The Meow
Meow
group or something like that. I don't know.
Anyway, that kind of almost crosses over to another category, which you could sort of consider a group cruise, but not really the same thing. And that would be a theme cruise. So you could go on a cruise that is like the Kiss cruise, or there's been Star Trek cruises,
the Golden Girls cruise.
Exactly. So these are
which I'd like to go on. So if there's anyone out there, let me know.
These are usually the whole ship or a good percentage of the ship. And it's kind of somebody almost rents out the cruise ship for one of these types of events. But ours is that second category where it is a group. So you get all the perks of booking through a group, but the motivation is not just to get good rates and perks, it's usually to sail with specific people like us and other people that will be hopefully on the group cruise. So it's a really cool experience. I've been on 2 group cruises. One of them was La Lita Loca. The other one was the La Lita Loca Cruise Geeks group cruise. So it was kind of partly my group cruise, but they were both amazingly fun times. So that's what a group cruise is. Now, we asked you guys in the Fintastic cruising community, why would somebody want to go on a group cruise? And we got a lot of good answers. We got a lot of the same answer, but it was a really good answer. Let's go over some of those answers that we got about reasons to go on a group cruise.
Okay. So let's see where we're at. I don't know where you're at in this because I just pulled up my list.
I meant reasons to go on a group cruise.
Got it. I see that written there, right on my list. So to save money.
Yeah.
Which we have already kind of talked about. So when a group is booked through a cruise line, it's booked at the lowest possible rate available at that time. So as rates go up when the time gets closer, the rates that are booked for that or held for that group are what they were when they were held. So your rates are always going to be that lower amount. And if there is some sort of special or something else going on, that special can still be booked into that group. So you can always get the best possible rate available.
And can I just say that we have the Down Under Cruisers in here as well as Kenneth Oakes, and they are both going to be part of the Down Under's group cruise. That's going to be, I apologize. I don't know. Maybe
it's October 15th, 2022.
Thank you.
It's 2 days after my birthday.
It's a much better memory there. And it is going, it's on the horizon going to, let's see, it's going to Bonaire and Aruba and Grand Turk. And I think Dominican Republic. I think those are the 4 stops.
I don't know. We always say something wrong.
We might be on it. That's all we're saying. We can't guarantee you that right now, but they're in the chat
thinking about
talking about it, and we wanted to definitely promote it because it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
There's a lot of group cruise opportunities out there.
Yes.
That you can go on besides ours. So go on ours, but go on these other ones too. All right. Okay. So where were we?
I don't know. Can you switch your lists around so I can see that without looking down at my phone?
I can try.
If not, it's okay. I have to shout out real quick somebody that just jumped on who's not been on any of our lives.
Oh.
My wonderful friend from Indiana, Ashley. Hey, Ashley. I'm happy that you're joining us.
Hey, Ashley.
She's
coming down to see us.
She is. She's coming down at the end of the month. Oh, Ashley, you didn't hear it unless you were on about 20 minutes ago. We're going on a cruise in 15 days. Yeah.
All right.
I'll text you about it later.
Okay. Is that better?
Yeah.
I got it sorted.
Yeah. Because now I don't have to look down at my phone.
Sorted like a student going into Hogwarts. All right. So yeah. So basically saving money is one good reason to go on a group cruise, but you can get, like we mentioned, other perks. So you might get something in your room. You might get onboard credit. Things like that. There's events like usually a cocktail, kind of a private cocktail thing where it's like all the ones I've been in, it's like drink as many of these drinks as we can throw at you in like an hour or something. And there's like 2 or 3 options and you're just like, it could be a little dangerous, honestly, but it's fun.
And then you do a bar crawl after that.
Yeah. You're crawling to the bar is what you're doing after that. But another thing that's fun is just being in the group as a whole. So you're dining together. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
Like on the group cruises I've been on, we had, I think the first one we had 2 tables. The second one, I think we had like 4 tables. And there were people I knew. There were people I knew just from interacting with them in social media, but felt like I knew them. And there were people that I didn't know at all that I got to know really well in this like short cruise, and it was amazing. So getting to eat with them.
So we just got one in the chat that's not on our list that I want to say before it goes away. Group cruises give people from all around the world an opportunity to connect.
Absolutely. Says the Down Under Cruisers.
Yes.
Sean from the Down Under Cruisers, which is absolutely true in that case.
Absolutely.
Obviously they're coming from Australia, and there's going to be people from Canada. And I don't know if there's anybody from like the UK or anything on the cruise, but yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Branch out, Awesome.
I just noticed this light can be seen That's really bugging me.
It's weird.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry.
That's okay. All right. So other things is you can do fun stuff. Like you could do like a group specialty dinner. So like if like we're going to do the steakhouse on the Mardi Gras.
Yep.
And we may do teppanyaki or something like that. But and that's going to be fun because we're going to have a few people with us to enjoy in that experience. But if you have a group cruise, you pretty much take up the whole steakhouse or wherever.
Well, maybe not the whole steakhouse.
No, that's what it was like. When I mean, we were at least 3/4 of the steakhouse was Lalita Loca Cruise Geek people. It was awesome. We had like it was like Thanksgiving dinner at a really good steakhouse.
That's cool.
Without the politics and the religion. So it was a lot of fun. Everybody got along. That's the other thing I have noticed on group cruises is, I first couple of group cruises, I'm looking at people going and I'm like looking at their, kind of going on their Facebook profiles going, I don't know if I'm going to get along with this person. But on the group cruise, I've never not gotten along wonderfully with everybody because you're on a cruise. Nobody cares about all the crap going on in the world. You're just having fun and relaxing. It doesn't come up and you can get along with people that will maybe open your mind to other ideas and opinions. So it's a really good thing. All right. You also get things like group photos. You can do a big group photo, commemorative kind of thing, or like you mentioned, bar crawls.
Yes. One of the people that commented on the poll that we put out said that you do the pub crawls, and at each one you have to talk to somebody different.
Yeah.
So you can't crawl around to each one and just stay with your little group. So you get to know everyone in the group.
And that's the thing. Like the first group cruise that I did, and I know the first group cruise with Lalita Loca, like we were nervous about, are we going to be able to entertain these people for this whole time? Like, what's it going to be like? Well, it's not like that at all. It's not like that at all. The people that come on the group cruise are relaxed. They just want to have fun. And it turns out that they interact with each other and mingle and meet other people in the group. And it's great. It's a really cool experience for that reason. What else? We got the slot pull. I don't really understand that. We were trying to figure that out.
No.
Neither one of us are gamblers, but it's a thing that people do on group cruises.
Maybe
or
we
just
should
on cruises
do
in
one
general.
sometime, and then we would like understand it.
I think like a bunch of people put money in, and then you get a.
Yeah, I don't understand why.
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyways,
but people seem to enjoy that.
Yeah, group excursions.
Right. So that can be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
You get to go on excursions with everybody, like we did Monkey Land in Dominican Republic, and it was a crowded little truck, but everybody in the truck was from the group cruise, so it was okay. It was like you didn't have to worry about it. It was a really fun experience. It made that trip even more fun because it was the whole group. Same with when we were with the monkeys. It was like monkeys bouncing back and forth on people's heads and stuff, but we knew everybody there, and all that footage too that people were taking like got shared. So it was like a bunch of times more pictures and video. It was awesome. It was very cool. What else we got here?
It's like a big party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is. It really is. And like one of our commenters said, if you feel like you need to take a break from that, you can, because there's a whole group of people there. Nobody cares if you go off and chill and relax for a little bit. That's okay. Yeah. That's one of the beauties about cruises anyway, is that different people can do different things and enjoy it in their own way. Yeah. But yeah, absolutely. And what else have we got here? You get to meet new people, make new friends. I like one of the quotes we got in the cruising community was bored with friends you haven't met yet. So you get to go on board with friends that you haven't met yet. What a wonderful quote. I didn't write down who said it.
It was Stacy.
It was Stacy?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Like, I love that. That really sums it up quite a bit, I think, too. You get to meet people, like you're going on a group cruise. Like if you go on our group cruise, we're assuming that you want to like hang out with us, which is cool, which is really cool to us. Like we are flabbergasted that
but we also want to hang out with you.
We do.
We see names all the time. And what was it? There was something, wasn't really related to this, but kind of like Austin's first day at the aquarium. So we talked about this a few episodes ago. But one of Matt's old friends, Austin, just got a job at the aquarium, and he's jumped on our lives a few times, and he's seen us and seen me and stuff. And his first day at the aquarium, he was sitting in the lobby getting ready to go back to do all of his paperwork. And I walked past him, and he was like, "Hey, Kimbra." And I was like, "Hi." And he said, "Well, you don't know who I am?" And I said, "No." But it's because he sees me all the time and I don't see him. So it's really exciting for us to get to meet you guys in person too, because we know your names, but we don't know you.
Yeah.
And we want to do that.
And really being part of Fintastic Cruising and the Cruise Geeks, I've gotten to meet so many people. They're coming, especially being in Florida. And sometimes those people, I think, feel like they're, they're apologizing, taking up our time and stuff. No. We enjoy these experiences as much as you do, maybe more. I mean, it's really cool. We really enjoy meeting everybody as well. So the group cruise is good for us too, to meet people. And,
yes.
And yeah, you may have that experience in our case where people feel like they know you and you've only maybe seen them write comments, but it's amazing. And I've heard this from so many people, like when you meet somebody. And this isn't just for people that are on YouTube and stuff, but just people in the cruising community in general. You meet somebody that you've interacted with and instantly you feel like you've been friends for years.
Yeah.
And that is like a very common thread that I've heard in the cruising community, which is, how cool is that? If only the whole world could just be like that. Everybody be a little bit nicer to people. But all right. And then yeah, so and also you're cruising with people with at least one common interest. I think Jennifer said that one.
Yes.
At least one common interest, which is, why we all come together. Like, I meet people through the cruising community that I would have never met because in some cases, we have nothing else in common. Like, there's nothing else that connects us. And I'm so grateful that I've gotten to meet these people, because some of these people are amazing, wonderful people who have opened my eyes to different things or experiences, or it's just a really cool thing. But there is that common interest though, that binds you.
Which is cruising.
Yes. And being like cruise crazy. Because
right.
You're not going on a Fintastic Cruising group cruise if you're just like a person that likes to cruise. You've got to be like in it to win it. You've got to be involved in the cruising community, loving podcast, YouTube, whatever, to be going on a group cruise,
right,
for that purpose. But that is cool though. And then yeah, so those are the reasons that we got from you guys about why it would be so awesome to go on a group cruise, or why it is so awesome to go on a group cruise. And what's Unc D saying there as a counterpoint? Seeing you two like this, you guys are BFFs already. It's going to be so cool. Yeah, exactly. So Dan, come on the group cruise. We've only met virtually, but I guarantee you it will be within 5 minutes. We will feel like we've been best friends.
Absolutely.
Not just virtual best friends, but we'll feel like we've been best friends forever. Because I know that because I've experienced this so many times. So cool. So cool. All right. Now, in fact, Joe said something about that. Joe met me on the first Lolita Loca group cruise, I think. And we just clicked because we have a lot more in common than just cruising. And we clicked. Flanagan's, yeah.
He's
Emily
a cool guy.
too, but yeah. It was just like, yes, we are brothers from another mother instantly. All right. So the next question we have to answer is, well, what is going to make our group cruise different? Because we want all that group cruise stuff.
Yeah.
Right? We want all the good stuff. We want to go do the cocktail hour. We want to go to dinner with everybody. We want to go watch movies on the pool deck. We want to go to shows and go to bar crawls and do karaoke. And I did karaoke for the first and only time on a group cruise. So, I'll do it again.
Did karaoke with me.
Did we?
At my stepsister's wedding.
Oh, well, yeah.
I mean, you threw a fit about it. But
I did. Well, yeah. First time I'm meeting the majority of your family, and I'm also doing karaoke to a song I don't know the words to. They didn't have the.
You knew the words.
No. It just.
Okay.
Anyway, I will.
You'll know the words for next time.
I will. Yeah.
And you'll have to do it.
I will do it.
Will
I will
you?
do it. Yes.
Okay.
But We want our group cruise to be, a fantastic group cruise.
Yes.
So that means we came up with some ideas, and I'm sure we're not going to do all these because it's not like a 3-month long group cruise, but we want to throw some ideas out there, and maybe you guys can throw some ideas back at us. Some of these are things that I have done or heard of people doing on other group cruises. Some of them I think are very unique to something that we would do. And what are some of those things?
Where do you want to start? At the top?
Wherever you want.
Okay. So we've got games on there. So left, right, center, that's an easy game to bring on board, sit around and throw some dice.
Yeah. And we did that on one of the group cruises, and we each threw like a buck in the pit, the circle. Am I slam dancing? I don't know what I'm doing. And then you play left, right, center. And I'll be honest with you. I was like doing it to be nice because I didn't really think I would enjoy it. I was wrong. This is what I'm talking about. I was wrong. I wouldn't have done that. Had a blast. It was a highlight of the cruise. Absolute wonderful time. So yeah, there's games like that we could play for sure. We will maybe do maybe if we get enough people, depends on how many people go on the group cruise, but maybe we'll do something like we'll have our own little trivia thing.
Like a cruise creature trivia.
Maybe cruise creature trivia
or
something fun like that.
Or a Matt and Kimbra trivia.
There you go. But also one of the most fun things that we did on the Cruise Geeks La Lita Loca group cruise was we had like a putt-putt tournament and a cornhole tournament. There were even trophies. I don't know if there'll be trophies. It depends on how many people we get to go, but it was a lot of fun. And I'm not a very competitive person, but it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Go back and watch some of those vlogs that Tony did on La Lita Loca.
Well, I used to be.
It depends on the day.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm okay at it. What else we got?
A shot glass trade.
Yeah.
So if we get enough people from all over the place, bring a shot glass and we'll trade them.
Maybe Sean will bring us a shot glass from Oz.
Ooh.
Or maybe we can get David Burgess to come over here.
Or maybe we can get both.
Two. Yeah. I will tell you though, if you come over and you bring in a shot glass to trade, you're gonna have to make sure we get one. I'm just saying. So
bring an extra just in case.
Or we will kick you off the ship. I'm just saying. But yeah, and then we can do things like standard things like cabin crawls, see different types of cabins. You had something about a duck hunt.
Oh yeah, like they do the little like rubber ducks that you hide.
But those kind of ducks. Okay.
Yeah. That's actually funny because I forgot that's what that was relating to. And I saw Duck Hunt. Why are we playing that?
Nintendo?
Yeah. No, that's not what that meant. So like the little ducks, but I was like, what if it's like Fintastic theme? So like I went on to Amazon and I looked up octopus rubber duck and they have one. So I was like, wouldn't that be cool if everybody brought like an animal duck?
It would be cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we had ideas like putting like some kind of cruise creature info on it and sticking that on there so whoever finds it will learn something. So because that's
it could be cool. We'll see.
But yeah, so that's cool. And look, maybe we do we could even do like a snorkeling 101 class on our cruise. So it would probably be a dry class, not a wet class, but we could go over some basic snorkeling techniques from very, very beginner to kind of advanced, and just kind of explain and demonstrate to some degree different snorkeling techniques.
We'll bring a whiteboard.
We'll bring a whiteboard.
This big.
Yes, no, we won't do that. But yeah, that we could do something like that would be very unique to us. And then when we go on excursions, which I'm sure at least one of these.
Oh, she's already said it.
She?
You
Mallory?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll do some snorkeling excursions, maybe a diving, maybe we'll squeeze a diving excursion there, but most of our group cruise people probably won't be divers, but we may try, we'll see. But when we do an excursion like that, then you can put those skills to the test.
Yes.
And after we finish those excursions, when we come back on board, we can do something like a fish and creature ID from all the photos and videos everybody takes.
Which is so much fun.
We can teach you identification techniques and strategies for identifying fish and creatures. So, I mean, yes, I know you're like, now it's turning into school, right? But no,
it's really fun.
It'll be fun.
After Grand Cayman, we came back and watched some of our videos, and we would stop and pause and go back, and we'd pull out our book and we'd be like, "Oh, it looks like this one." It was really fun.
We were watching a video on what was it? It was somebody scuba diving in Coco Cay, I think.
Yeah.
And they were fairy basslets, and he called them by a different common name that I wasn't familiar with.
A grandma,
yeah.
Like
I didn't remember what it was, but I was like furious because this guy's video was kind of cool because he was
and all of
names.
his other fish were like
they were spot on.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm like, what is going on? And then we looked it up, and it's just another common name for the same species. And I'm like, oh, well, you should call them fairy basslets because it's a way cooler name than grandma. I don't even remember what it was.
Yeah.
It's not worth mentioning. All right. So what else we got? We could do
how to draw.
If people are interested in that, we can do some fun drawing stuff.
I'll teach it.
There you go. She could teach it.
I can teach how to draw a shark.
Yeah. You've done my version of it enough.
I have. Yeah.
and who knows, if we get the right people, maybe we'll do a little D&D game, cruise style.
Yeah.
I have done Dungeons and Dragons on a cruise ship, and I will tell you, it was one of the coolest experiences. It was on a ship called the Monarch of the Seas, which is no longer, it's scrapped. The Royal Caribbean sold it, and then it was an old ship. It's my first cruise ship, and it was my second cruise, and I had a bunch of my geeky friends on there, and I ran a Dungeons and Dragons game in the buffet area, and we had like 15 crew members over there watching us play the game. They were so interested in what we were doing. We had like a little map out, and I don't remember if we had minis or not.
We could bring all of our minis or the little ones that we just made.
We were rolling the die and everything, and doing the game. It was just a little one-shot adventure game. There were like 5 of us, and I mean the crew was like into it. And I'm like, you guys can jump in. I don't want you to get in trouble, but it was fun. So who knows? That depends on who signs up. Not everybody would be into that. But look, do you guys have any ideas that we're not thinking of? Anything that you think, hey, this would be really cool for a group cruise, or more to the point, this would be really cool for a Fintastic cruising group cruise, because we want to have some flavor that is definitely us.
Like Fintastic.
So mini minds are better than 2. So
not small.
If you what?
Mini,
not many.
Like a lot, not little.
I mean, it's all relative to body mass compared to brain size, though.
Okay.
Really.
So
that's why dolphins, going by that scale, dolphins are more intelligent than humans.
Because they have bigger brains.
They are the only animal alive that we know of that's ever lived on Earth that has a larger brain size percentage to body mass than humans. So going by that standard, they're smarter than us.
Huh.
I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know
if they start doing an intricate dance that means so long and thanks for all the fish, then we know we're in trouble. All right. So that's our group cruise piece. Now let's go on to the cruise creature. All right. So today, since we did group cruise as the main topic, we thought it would be fun to do animal groups as a cruise creature. So it's not one creature. We actually are going to do this as a fun little trivia quiz. So for those of you who are listening in the future, you can try and figure out what the answers are. Or for those of you who are watching right now, you can actually answer live in the chat, and we'll see how well you do. Basically, what we're talking about is things that groups of animals are called. And they're all multiple choice. Only 3 answers to choose from. So go ahead and
you ready?
Yeah, let's put one up there. Let's see what we got. Bats. So is a group of bats called a cauldron, a flock, or a count? What do you call a group of bats? Do you call them a count? What do you guys think? What is it?
What is it?
Ooh, somebody says a flock. Ian says a flock.
Okay.
Ian could bring us a shot glass from Oz too.
Oh, that's true.
Come on a group cruise, Ian. Down Under says a flock. This must be an Australian thing.
Okay.
I think it's a flock. Oh, no, Tony Dial says a flock. Okay. They're all going with a flock. What's a flock?
Dan says a flock.
Dan says a flock. What's the answer, Kimbra?
The answer is a cauldron.
It's a cauldron.
A cauldron of bats.
How cool is that? Flock seems like the safe answer, right? But it's a cauldron of bats. That's just that's wicked.
Huh.
Wicked.
You ready for the next
I'm ready.
one?
I'm ready.
So next we have cormorants.
Those birds that swim under the water.
Yes. Is it a swallow, a gulp, or a swig?
What do you think it is? Oh, you know the answer.
I know the answer. Oh, it looks like Mallory guessed cauldron for bats.
Did she?
Yeah.
Nice job, Mallory.
Ian said, of course, it has to be Harry Potter related. I mean, that may have influenced.
Don't you
our
cook in a
choices.
cauldron? Yes. Yes,
So,
Sean.
Ian
I shouldn't say, I
says
don't know that it's Sean. I
gulp.
keep saying Sean, but I don't really know that it's Sean.
Tony says gulp. Sean says gulp. Mallory says a swig.
Swig. A
All
swallow?
right.
What is it?
It is a gulp.
It's a gulp. All right. They did better on that one.
They did.
What's the next one?
Next, we have flamingos.
If it's a large group, would it be a big gulp?
Maybe.
Flamingos.
Is it a stand,
Oh.
a yard,
Mm.
or a blossom?
Ooh. Stand in the yard where you blossom. It's not the words. That's not the words. But that's my impression of an REM song. I apologize to Michael Stipe. Okay, it's getting worse.
So we have a blossom. What else? A yard.
A
We've
yard.
got another
a
blossom. Another
yard.
blossom.
More,
another yard.
More people in the yard. Got Mallory and Ashley in the yard.
All right.
What do we got?
It is a stand.
Ian says a meter. It's a stand. Yes. Those stands of flamingos.
Yes.
I won't stand for that, flamingo.
All right.
What's next?
Next, we have monkeys.
Oh, is it a barrel of monkeys? A spank of monkeys? Who wrote that? Or a dangle of monkeys? Ooh, those some of those sound a little iffy to me.
All right. Let's see what we've got.
Tony Dials is saying lame. Come on, Tony.
Dan said, I thought
I need to be encouraged.
it was a flamboyance. Flamboyance is another word for a group of flamingos, but we liked stand.
Of flamingo dancers.
So Sean says a barrel.
Barrel.
Ian says
Roll
a spank.
out the barrel. It's a spank the monkey. No, shot the monkey. We should have put that as a choice. Shot the monkey. Hey, hey.
Barrel will always be the answer no matter what, says Tony.
What is the answer,
Mallory
Kimbra?
says, Andrew says spank. Dan says barrel. The answer is barrel.
Barrel. You got it. It's a barrel. My other brother Barrel. I'm Barrel. This is my other brother Barrel. This is my other brother Barrel.
All right. Next we have stingrays.
Whoa. What is it?
Is it a flop, a fever, or a frenzy?
They're all F words. But none of them. Oh, flop is 4 letters.
Oh.
Is it a flop? A fever? Or a frenzy?
For those of you that are just listening, go watch that.
Yeah, that was
Ian says a frenzy. Let's see what else we've got. Tony says a fever.
You give me fever.
Mallory says a fever.
Fever.
Dan says a
When you sting
fever.
me.
Ashley says a
fever when-
frenzy. Sean says a flop. The rest are so depressing.
That's true. That's true. What's the answer, Kimbra?
The answer is fever.
Unfortunately, yes, it's a very, very unfortunate time to be called a fever.
Yeah.
But that is what they are called. We can call them a flop, though, from now on.
A flop.
Flop.
Okay.
I think that's a flop. Look at that flop of stingrays.
I think it works. We should just change all of them to one of our answers that we made up.
All right, what's the next one?
Next, we have. It's not going to change. Uh-oh.
Did you break it?
No, I didn't break it. Okay.
She broke it.
Uh-oh.
Go back in there. See if it does it. Oh.
Okay.
We've broken it. Stand by for technical difficulties. Whoa.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, you know what's? Are they popping up and we're not seeing them?
What if I do?
Are we back?
Are we back?
Let us know in the chat if we're back. I think we might be back. We must have killed it. We killed it. Oh, I can do this here. Let's see. Just change to monkeys.
Let's see.
I think we're back. I think we're okay now.
Are we good?
We are. Yes, we are back.
Do you see parrots on the screen?
Last thing they saw were monkeys. So I think
but
we're,
we did. Did you? But they did. Hold on. Last they saw was monkeys. Didn't we do stingrays?
we did stingrays at the flop.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe they
So,
didn't show up.
Stingrays is where we froze.
Ah, okay.
Remember fever? They were talking about that.
Okay.
Okay, so we're on parrots.
Parrots?
Parrots. Is it?
Yes, parrots.
Is it a squawk,
It's a
a
dead parrot.
parade, or a pandemonium?
And I think that they already saw this because Ian said parade.
Oh, well, that's probably when I was clicking on everything.
We were bringing all kinds of things up. Parade. Yes, Ian says parade.
Okay.
I mean, I could see parrots being on parade, so that doesn't seem like a bad answer to me.
right.
Or squawk. Do you call them parrots over there? Dan says a pandemonium.
Tony says a pandemonium.
I mean, that is pretty. I mean, you know, that's what I'd want to be called.
A pandemonium.
A pandemonium. Shouldn't that be reserved for pandas, though? Or there's not enough of them left to be a pandemonium? I don't know. Yeah, that's sad. Red pandas. There's more red pandas out there. All right, let's see what the answer is.
All right, the answer is pandemonium.
Pandemonium.
A group of elephants is called a parade.
That's cool.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if hopefully I don't freeze it this time.
Let's see what happens. Okay,
All
rattlesnakes.
All right. Rattlesnakes. Is it a rumba, a tango, or a salsa?
Rumba. They won't know this in Australia. They don't have rattlesnakes over there. Tango. Salsa. Salsa is what I put my chips in.
Tango is the name of our turtle character at the aquarium.
Down in the cruisers say, I am picking parade because they held up the internet while they passed.
Tony said right now they would be called a pandemic of parrots.
Oh no, Tony. The pandemic of parrots and the fever of stingrays. It's terrible.
Tony says rumba. Dan says rumba. Ian says tango. Mallory
Rumba.
says
You gotta
tango.
roll the R. Rumba.
Rumba.
Rumba. I'm sorry about that. Tango. That's a turtle at the aquarium.
That's what I said.
Oh, you did say that. Turtle
right.
mascot.
What's the answer, Matt?
It's a rumba of rattlesnakes.
Yes.
Ian says we have a one-eyed trouser snakes.
Oh.
Whoa.
All right. Next we have,
They're hanging out
The
with the spank of
squid.
monkeys.
is it a crowd of squid, an audience of squid, or an assembly of squid?
Oh. How many squid does it take to make a crowd, an audience, or an assembly?
Dan said a group of humans. Sarah said that's called a headache.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is factual. Somehow I just got like my move goal or something.
Oh, I got all of my rings.
I got my move goal sitting here doing a podcast.
Well, because you're going like this.
Moving.
Yeah.
Getting my exercise in. How many steps did I have today? 9,891. I need to get 10,000 steps.
I have 12,492.
At midnight, we're going to see when we can get on the Mardi Gras, right?
Oh, yeah.
Which one of these is the right answer for squid?
It is an audience.
Oh, an audience of squid. An audience is also what the Down Under Cruisers need as they are stepping out to start their live stream, which is
Yes.
starting in just about 6 minutes.
Tony said, I thought it was something that's not on the list, a squad. A squad is another word for it, but we liked audience better for this.
Kenneth says he said calamari. Have you had an audience of calamari, though? That's a lot of calamari.
Yes. All right. Next we have hummingbirds.
Uh-oh, is my mom still on here? Hummingbirds.
Is it a hex, a spell, or a charm?
Oh. If you don't know, my mom is like the hummingbird whisperer. She has like sometimes 50, 60 plus hummingbirds that hang out at her house.
Eating out of her hands.
Yes, it's insane.
Tony says a charm.
What is it? We got to move along because we got...
Okay. It is a charm.
It is a charm. They're charming. Charming little hummingbirds.
All right. We have crabs. Is it a...
Could you just phrase that differently?
Oh. Next
We
thing-
don't have crabs. What is a group of crabs called? That would be the better way to say that.
All right, go.
Is it a consortium? Is it a society? You just didn't want to say consortium.
No,
did you?
I didn't.
Is it a union? It's the union of the snake, I think, if you're a Duran Duran fan. But which one is it? Which one is it? This one tastes blossom. Oh, my mom's answering the hummingbird. It's a charm of hummingbirds, Mom. It's a charm of hummingbirds.
Well, she
Tony
might
says
be
it's a
behind
union.
with watching.
She could be.
Yeah.
She does have slow internet
Yes.
out there on the farm. It is a consortium
Yes.
of crabs. Consortium of crabs.
All right.
What are we on here? Speed round?
Crocodiles.
Now this, I should say, this is what you call a group of crocodiles in the water, because on the land you call them a basque of crocodiles. In the water, is it a chump? Is it a float? Or is it a mall? Not like a shopping mall.
Like a attack you mall.
Yes, like an attack you mall. I thought you said attack you mall. An attack you mall. Like a...
Ian says float.
Ian should know he's in Australia.
Dan says float.
I mean, it's float. Right?
Tony says floater.
Floater. That's a different genre there. That's in the zombie genre or the... No, we won't go into that.
All right.
All right. Next up.
Alligators.
Is it a fellowship of alligators? One crocodile or one alligator ring to rule them
I
all?
just finished listening to that book.
Did you?
I did.
Is it an assembly or is it a congregation?
Your mom is on monkeys now. She said spank.
Mom, she doesn't know what that means.
No. Ian said assembly.
See, now I wouldn't expect Ian to know the alligator one because they don't have alligators
Right.
in Australia except for like at Australia Zoo or something. But
I'd like to go there.
I would too. I would
Tony
definitely. like
says
to go there.
congregation. What's the answer, Matt?
It's a congregation of alligators.
All right. And we have otters.
Oh.
Is it a splash? Is it a romp? Or is it a cuddle?
Oh.
You just cuddled with yourself.
They couldn't see that because of the board. You ruined my special effects.
love that your mom is so behind.
She's on the fever of stingrays right now.
But she got it right.
She did. She did get it right.
Ian says a cuddle of otters.
I mean, it should be, right? Even if that's not the right answer, that's what it should be, is a cuddle of otters.
Well, yeah, they're so cute.
Otters look cuddly until you try and cuddle them, and then they bite your face off.
Yeah.
Not you, Reno. Reno wants to be a cuddle of dogs.
He's a cuddle of dog to you.
He's not a group, though. He's just one dog.
Oh, well, he's a cuddly dog. Dan says a cuddle. What's the answer, Matt?
It's a romp.
Tony said romp.
It's a romp of otters. Now, there are some other terms used to describe some of these groups as well.
Yeah. All right, we have a group of jellyfish. Is it a sting? Is it a spread? Or is it a smack?
Spreads should be for Vegemite only. Vegemite's a spread.
Yes.
Sting. Sting is the former singer of the Police, then went solo career.
Yes.
Or a smack.
Ouch. Who makes up these names? I don't know. We made up the wrong ones.
Yeah, we did. We did make up the wrong ones.
Tony said, smack that all on the floor. Smack that. Give me some more. Smack that.
Smack is correct.
Smack is the correct
Smack
answer.
it.
Yes.
Smack it, pack it.
All right. Next we have sharks.
Ooh. Is it a shiver of sharks? Is it a chill of sharks? Or is it a quake of sharks? Are you shivering in your timbers? Are you chilly willy? I don't know. Chill to the bone. Are you quaking in your boots?
Chilly Willy.
Do you know who Chilly Willy is?
No.
Chilly Willy was like a penguin, cartoon penguin.
What, from the 50s?
I don't know when Chilly Willy is from. He was on when I was a little kid, but he wasn't like a new cartoon then. So
okay.
He might have been for the 50s. He's probably
Tony said, shiver me
60s or 70s.
timbers.
Shiver me timbers. It's a shiver of sharks.
It is indeed. Next we have, wait.
We did cormorants.
We did. The things move.
I don't know.
Well, how did that happen?
I don't know. You're in the control.
You put cormorants on there twice.
Did I? Oh,
Yep.
That's how it happened.
Okay. Turtles.
Mm.
Is it a bundle of turtles? Is it a bubble of turtles? Or is it a bale of turtles?
I thought it was a bale of Christian Bale. Hubble, bubble. Hubble,
Tony
bubble.
says, I only know these because of the question I asked about groups of animals a few weeks ago.
Is that where this idea came from? Did we conjure that up in our minds?
Did we talk about this?
We did. Yeah, he asked the question about it. It was more than a few weeks ago.
Was I sitting here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Ian says bubble. Tony says bale.
I think it should be a yurtle of turtles. What is it, Kimbra?
It's a bale.
A bale of turtles. A bale of hay or a bale of turtles. Two very different things.
All right. Next is oysters.
Everybody's going to know this one. Is it a bed, a cot, or a futon? Everybody's going to get this one, I think.
I mean, I know the answer. We got rid of one for the lizard.
We did. No, that's not the right answer.
I know.
Okay. Yeah, what is it, Kimbra?
What is it?
Yeah, what is it?
It's a bed of oysters.
It's a bed of oysters.
Yes.
See, the world said cot. I think he was pulling our leg.
Yeah.
It's a bed of oysters.
And next we have lobsters. Is it a menace? Is it a risk? Or is it a threat of lobsters?
This is one of my favorites, I think. Like, you're a group of lobsters. Are you like a menace, a risk, or a threat? All things you want to be if you're, in the UK, they're getting ready to ban putting live lobsters into boiling water.
Really?
Mm-hmm. They're starting to protect the invertebrates with animal welfare stuff, which, they're invertebrates, but it does seem kind of horrible to put a live animal into boiling water. I don't know.
Ian says menace. Chris says menace.
The Lobster Menace. Was that one of the Star Wars prequels?
The lobster menace.
Star Wars Episode 1, The Lobster Menace. I mean, it did have that Darth Maul guy. He looked a little bit lobster-like.
Yeah.
He was all red and stuff.
What's the answer, Matt?
It's a risk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure. That was a risky answer. It's a risk of lobsters.
Did you forget the answer?
Also a board game.
Yes. And this is the last one.
Should be a Stratego of lobsters.
All right. Pelicans. Is it a group of pelicans called a unit, a fleet, or a squadron? What is it? Do you know?
All I can think of is the third Doctor in Doctor Who, and that's when they introduced the group unit and Sergeant Benton and what was the main guy's name? I can't remember the main guy's name, but anyway, I know what the answer is because we looked these up.
That's true.
I wouldn't have gotten most of these right if I would have done this without looking these up.
Ian said squadron. Tony says rogue squadron.
Rogue squadron.
Chris says squadron.
Just that one pelican. He's a rogue squadron, that one pelican.
All right, what's the answer?
It's a squadron.
It is indeed.
What a great name for a group of animals.
Right.
A squadron of pelicans. That may be the most appropriate name of any of these.
Yes.
All right, that's going to wrap it up, right? That's going to do it. Look at us ending like almost right on time.
I know, we did pretty good.
We did very good.
Yeah.
So I guess we're done, right? That's going to wrap up the podcast.
Yeah. Book the group cruise, fintastictravel@gmail.com.
Let us know what we should do on it. Fintasticcruising@gmail.com.
Or, send an email to whatever and we'll figure it out.
Well, not whatever.
I mean, no.
Whatever.com.
The preference is to
At
send to
Gmail.
the correct email. But if you send it to the wrong one,
Also
we'll get it to the right place.
Also in the description below or wherever.
Yeah, whatever. Well, anyways, do you have anything else?
No.
Okay, on that note, it's time to head for the horizon. But before that, the Mardi Gras.
Mm-hmm.
And until next time, seize the day.
Have a fantastic week, everybody. Oh, you weren't ready for that, were you?
No, I forgot.
All right, we're back, and I don't know what's our little end thing after the credits. We didn't even talk about that.
Nope, we didn't.
Think on your feet.
I'm not good at that. There's a reason I'm not in theater. Yeah, so we're going on a cruise.
We are so excited. Look, we are stoked. First of all, so surprised that work was like, yeah, go ahead. Like they've been
like
so,
it was easy.
They've been so cool with us. Like I don't think they would ever listen to this or watch this, but shout out to them for like being supportive and helpful because we have the wellness time, but it's, I mean, we have jobs that we have to do. And so it does mean something when we're not there. But it is a good time because we're in between summer camp before school groups come in.
Right.
So, that's my slow time.
At work, they do like reviews and stuff. And in both of our reviews, they, put on there that was like, for Matt's, it was like, we know that he likes to travel and has the stuff and we want to help him do that. And then for me, it was kind of the same thing. Kimbra really likes to travel and go on cruises and we want to help support that. And they've been doing it, which is really awesome that they've actually done what they said.
Here's something cool. And before I say it, I just want to say, Tony wants to know if we would honor him by being his first guest on his podcast. Tony, the honor would be ours.
Yes.
Yes. The honor would be ours. But yeah, so we have an environmental goal that we have to do every year at the aquarium. So we want to make sure that our employees are walking the walk as well as talking the talk. So we, in the past, it's been things like cleanups and stuff like that, but this year is different. So one of the options we had to fulfill part of our environmental stewardship goal was to do a short video about how we try and help the environment outside of work. And so we actually did a little video clip of us talking about the podcast and how we hope that we can kind of be that connecting link to help people understand environmental issues, not from some politician preaching at them, but from somebody that they hopefully trust and know, who is just going to give them the honest truth and why it's important to use a not plastic straw or whatever. So that we got the chance to do that, which is really kind of cool. It's like we have these different elements in our lives, but they're all sort of intertwined.
Yeah.
And to some degree. I don't know how the D&D fits in, but everything else is sort of connected in there.
It allows us to be a little bit weird.
Well, we are definitely a little bit weird. All right, so that'll end the official podcast, and now we're just going to hang out for a few minutes. Also, don't forget to go over and check out Down Under Cruisers after this. Sometimes we get over there, sometimes we don't, but it's a fun podcast, and they are doing that group cruise. They also are the catalyst behind the Helping Hands for Cruising, which is a great thing, which we need to make a video for that still.
Yes, we say that every week.
What it means to us, which is basically, Kenneth, who is in our chat, is getting the opportunity to cruise, something he would not have been able to do otherwise. And it's really a cool charity that we were happy to be a little piece of, helping to raise some money for that. And hopefully that'll grow and continue to give other people opportunities to cruise. There's so many charities out there you can give money to, and certainly it's not the only one, but it's something I feel like that's very connected to us as cruisers that we can do, that's specifically related to kind of who we are and help in some of the ways that a lot of charities help, but very targeted. It's something that we love and appreciate. So really cool.
Yeah. Real quick, we had a question about Shipmate from Clay earlier in the podcast, and then he couldn't get it to work. So Clay, if you're still on here, let us know.
Yeah.
We'll help you get it going. Sorry, during the podcast itself, we don't really interact with the chat, but if you're still on, we'll help you now. And then Dan says that Sarah and I are in for the group cruise, but we have a podcast event of our own before. Cool. Whenever you're ready, fintastictravel@gmail.com.
Yes.
We gotcha.
Tony,
we're excited to have you.
We so hope you will be on there.
That was Dan.
Oh, that was Dan. Dan, we also so hope you will be on there.
But also Tony.
We hope you will be on there. Both of you guys. What is happening?
Yeah.
Am I that far behind on YouTube? I'm just seeing the cruise.
You gotta...
Oh, I see it unpaused.
Yeah.
It's just confused me because all of a sudden
you guys should check out the piano player Patrick Duffy and the piano bar when you're on the Carnival Mardi Gras. Okay.
We will do that.
We plan to do everything.
And let me just tell you, Alfred, I have had I've heard lots of really positive things about piano bars. I have had very mixed experiences, like to the point where the piano bar on what was it on? Which ship was it on? The Vista? I think it was the Vista. It was almost an offensive, and I'm not a person that gets offended easily. It was almost an offensive experience at the piano bar, but I will not give up on it. So I want to try it again and see. It was just a really weird, awkward, I know they get kind of rude and catty, but it was rude in a way that I felt like they shouldn't have been rude. But I would like to experience the good side of. Do you have
Shipmate on your iPad?
I do.
So it says, Ian said it still says that Fintastic Cruise is not accepting friend requests. Just tried it. So
why?
Fix it.
I did though already. I'll try it again. Shipmate.
I don't know how to fix it.
Yeah, I don't know. I know we got that comment from somebody, and
it was Stacy.
From Stacy, right? and I went in and I checked my settings, and my settings were okay. Let me see if I can find that again. Was it privacy settings? Block messages from non-shipmates. I
Oh,
don't have that
okay.
checked. Block friend request. I don't have that checked. I'm going to check it and I'm going to uncheck it.
My username is Kimbrinos.
I don't have any blocked users.
Kimbrenos. Here, I'll type it here.
If you are having trouble, let me know what your shipmate is, and I will friend request you. Because that's stupid. I don't want that to be a thing where you can't friend request me.
Did that only go in under Facebook? Did you? You don't have YouTube open anymore.
I can open it back.
It just shows up under Facebook only. I want to make sure it shows up on YouTube.
What are you talking about?
He asked for my username. I typed it in, and it just says Facebook.
No.
But I'm not in YouTube.
Okay, let me go back to
shows
YouTube.
Up.
What do you want me to type?
Kimbrinos. Yeah, I don't know why that didn't show up for me. Oh, it did.
It did.
Kimbrinos.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, if you're trying to friend request me and shipmate and it's not working, then just send me a message somehow, fintasticruising@gmail.com or over on the Facebook group, and let me know what your shipmate is, and I will friend request you, because I don't have that setting. I'm not accepting friend requests. Absolutely not. So yeah, I would love to do that. So yeah.
Chris says, I have had a couple bad piano bar experiences, but mostly fun. It's definitely all about the piano bar entertainer. Yeah.
I could see that. It's definitely driven by that person.
Yeah.
I don't know. This guy was just kind of an ass, and he just made us feel really unwelcome. And I mean, part of that was his shtick, but it just went, I don't know, it went to a place where, like I said, I'm not a person that's going to get like all offended and stuff, but it just made me like not want to go and go back. But that was one experience. I certainly would not write off piano bars for one experience.
Yeah.
So.
I like the piano. I spent a lot of time at the piano bar on my Liberty cruise because I didn't want to spend time on the deck because it was cold.
See you, Tony.
Right. Bye, Tony. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. So also, since we've been mentioning Dan, if you haven't already, go and check out Dan's the Fiasco podcast. And we were on there a couple episodes ago.
Yes.
Because Dan's like a machine. So he puts out a podcast like every 3 seconds.
He does. It's like every time we look, he's got another one out. We struggle with one a week.
Yeah, I know. We're like lucky if we can get to one. And he's like, so I don't know how that works, but.
Cool. So yeah, so check-in for this cruise is on the 31st. So we're gonna hang out until midnight and try and do our check-in right away so we can get a good boarding time. So that's cool. Yeah.
So that'll be interesting to see how that all plays out. Tony, let us know on the podcast thing.
He's probably already gone.
He probably is. But if not, let us know.
He knows how to contact us.
He does. And if you have any questions about the group cruise, if you are interested in the group cruise, make sure to send us an email and we will answer those questions for you. Or any other questions you have about cruising.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Do you have anything else?
I don't think so.
All right.
It doesn't feel like a Friday to me. Like
it's kind of weird.
It's surprising.
Yesterday felt like a Friday, but today does not.
You know what? It's going to be, well, this week's going to suck for me, but then the next week's going to be really long.
It's going to be hard.
It's going to be a long week. So.
Yeah. And it's going to be a lot slower and not a lot going on. Like after next week, I don't have any more field trips coming in.
Yeah, I got to do some stuff I don't like to do next week. And then
Ian says, what's your email address again? Just for general stuff, fintasticruising@gmail.com. If you're interested in
make sure you hit Fintastic Cruising.
Yes. If you're interested in the group cruise or booking a cruise with us, it's fintastictravel@gmail.com. Ashley's so excited for us. I'm excited for us too. I hope you can cruise with us soon. You should go on the group cruise, Ashley. It's in 2023, so that's plenty of future away.
Yeah, Ashley, we would love to have you
Yeah.
on board.
And Ashley, have you started a countdown for when you're going to be here? Silence. That's because it's delayed.
It's the awkward silence.
Already told Josh we need to go. Yes. You have to. It's going to be a cool cruise.
On the
and
group
it's
cruise?
yeah.
Oh, cool.
And it's out of Tampa, so it's easy.
Yeah, super easy. That's the other thing. We didn't even bring this up in the podcast, but about the group cruise, but the fact that it's in Tampa is not by chance. We're hoping that we can get people here and maybe do like an aquarium tour, and
depending on how many, because
we're
only able to make certain things work.
Right. And depending on how much time, like I would love to take people to like some of our favorite nature parks around here.
Yeah.
And do like some eco tour stuff and look for alligators and birds.
Some springs and snorkeling.
Yeah, well, depending on how much time we have.
Yeah, it depends.
I mean, that's a lot, but we could do some fun things.
Yeah.
And depending on who it is. You know, a lot of different.
Chris says, what ship? It's on the Carnival Pride.
Mm-hmm. Which we chose that ship, one, because it's going out of Tampa, but two, because it is the Pride, which that class of ship, my favorite ship is the Carnival Legend. Yours is the Carnival Miracle.
I really like the Carnival Miracle.
I got to tour the Carnival Miracle and loved it. And the Pride is like Para DJ, Dave and Brandy. Like so many people love the Carnival Pride. So we're like Tampa, Pride, done.
Good
like
ports.
Cozumel, Roatan, Grand Cayman. Belize is cool, but I mean, Grand Cayman, Roatan, Cozumel, we love those ports.
Yeah.
Love those ports.
It's going to be a good
Like
cruise.
our Mardi Gras cruise, the ports are meh. They're meh. But we're on the freaking Mardi Gras, so who cares about the ports?
Here's the thing about that is we booked it last minute because we got a good deal.
Got a really good deal.
Like a last minute, really good deal. So we booked it and we had to book it fast before we missed out. All I knew was that it was on the Mardi Gras leaving August 14th. I picked the only room that popped up for me. So once it was actually booked and paid for, then I went and looked at what room we got and what ports it was going to. I knew none of that when booking it.
And it'll be fine.
It was just fine because it wasn't about that stuff.
Yeah.
It was about getting on that ship.
Yeah. Well, actually, and I should say, I do like San Juan. We're going to San Juan, and I am a big fan of San Juan. So I kind of said they were like meh ports, but I'll take that back for San Juan because enjoy that port. Amber Cove, it's if you like the swimming pools and the bars, it's good, but not my port. Nassau, I've heard a lot of things are closed. I'm a little curious about that one. We may do a snorkel trip or something there. We'll see. We shall see.
Ian said he sent an email to try and add him on Shipmate.
Okay. Let me see if I can do that right now,
Yeah.
Ian. While we've got you on here, I'm going to try and add you on there. Oh, wait. I got a Shipmate notification. Request.
There it is.
Accept.
That worked.
Boom.
Cool.
I thought were we not already shipmates, Ian? I would have thought we were already shipmates. The other thing I've noticed is like, it doesn't tell you that. Like I've sent friend requests to people that I was already friends with and it lets me do it. But
okay. I got that request too. So we need to not forget this, but we have an email for next week now.
Oh, cool.
So we'll read that next week on the podcast.
Thank you very much. All right, we ready to sign off?
Yeah, I think so. It's late. We've got
It's riding up on me here. What am I wearing underneath it?
I don't know. What are you wearing?
You don't want to know.
Nothing.
That's not true.
No, it's not true.
It's not true, Mom.
Maybe I should get a kilt.
You should.
They had that like
girl kilts are cute.
They had that Hufflepuff one at Hot Topic. You know?
Yeah.
And now I have like
make me sing like old Chili Pepper songs like Catholic School goes wrong. Can't. Too old for that.
So maybe we'll go to the mall this weekend.
All right.
Cool. All right. I think it's time.
Okay. Go over and check out Down Under Cruisers. We'll talk to you guys next week. Have a great week,
All right.
everybody.
Bye.